My colleagues, they also said they're really fans of yours.
Oh, how nice.
If people say that to you, what are your feelings with that?
Well, I'm grateful. I think especially in the journalistic world, everyone sees so many movies, and Germany has a reputation for being such cinemaphiles. And so I love coming here and talking to journalists. So it does mean a lot to me that people have actually seen the breadth of my work, the range of my work. They love the science fiction, they love the fantasy, but they also know I've done some other things like Snowcake. So I find this a very sophisticated, exciting place to talk about movies.
Mm-hmm. So it's a good inter-exchange, so to say, for you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
For me it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also liked your character. You always get these strong female roles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that has to do with your own personality, or is it something which is important for you when you read a script?
I think both. I think people think of me as a very strong person. My husband, I think, probably think that's funny because, if I see a spider, I'm running out of the room. But I seem to have that reputation since Alien and everything, and because I do believe that women are incredibly strong in many walks of life, and I think, but for Jim, I think I think people who really know me know that I'm actually more like the Grace in Pandora, a little goofy, a little silly, but I think I can, for whatever reason, maybe because I hate authority, I'm good at playing authority figures.
Okay.
So Grace was interesting because she is uncomfortable in her skin in her human form. She's smoking, she's drinking, she's frustrated, she's dry and dismissive, and feels a kind of ticking clock. And then when you see her on the planet, she's this kind of much more free, relaxed, warm spirit. In fact, she had a kind of love story with a very gorgeous Na'vi warrior, which was cut because I think Jim wanted to concentrate on the main romance. But her life was on Pandora for sure.
Yes, because she's like a flower, she blooms.
Yes, exactly.
Then,
That's very well put.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? Sad that the love scene was cut because maybe we see it on the DVD or something like that.
I don't know that you'll see my love story on the DVD. He cut it. I don't think there's enough of it to put in. But, I, as an older woman, was very touched by the script, having Grace have this secret life, because it made sense to me that Grace would have, having been there so long, she had such a natural affinity and such love for the Na'vi that something would have developed,
And what I really liked in Avatar, I have to admit, I thought first, okay, I don't know if that is my genre of movie. I went there and I was really drawn in,
I'm
it
so
was
glad.
like, oh my, what a world. I want an animal who can fly now, that's for sure. That's my Christmas wish.
Uh-huh.
And this world which was created, which we have as kid maybe, like a paradise somehow.
I think that's true. I think when Jim was at Comic-Con in America last summer, he said, I made this movie because this is the movie I wanted to see when I was 14. And I think there's a 14-year-old in each of us, no matter what age you are, that wants to go to another world and fly and dive and fight and learn and fall in love and all these experiences. I think that he gives you such an experience of being in another world like no movie has ever done. And I'm thrilled that he's been so successful.
And he's a very brave man because he knew. I just asked him, how many people thought you're crazy because you're doing Avatar,
Yeah.
Like nothing ever done like this before. And he said, the answer, but it's great that he did it. And at the end, I'm sure he will succeed.
I think that, it was amazing to watch the film with him last week. Our little cast was sitting there in the same row with him, and he hadn't seen it since he was working on it. And I think we were so excited, and we were whooping and hollering and, so into it. I think it allowed him to see, perhaps, really experience the joy that he's giving an audience. Because when I read the script, I thought, this is so ambitious. I don't know how even Jim could ever pull this off. It's impossible. And then to see him day after day just take it on and do one challenge after another, and always with the actors making us feel like it's a little chamber piece that's just about our human story. I don't know how he kept all these plates in the air, but I think I think it's a masterpiece of achievement, because it's nothing like anyone has ever seen before.
Absolutely. Do I have one more? No, I didn't know.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Thank you so much.